You are living in Vietnam, or you've been to Vietnam many times, or you plan to visit Vietnam soon when pandemic is over. All of you have a thing in common, which are thousands of unanswered questions in your mind about Vietnam daily lifestyle. If your mind says yes, this channel is for you. It is set up for knowledge about culture, tradition, and help you to get into Vietnamese people's mind about their daily lifestyle. Some questions likely that why you only can see men in the coffee shop but not girls, or are these men actually work at night shift? To answer, first tell me, if you want to see ladies in Vietnam, where would you go? The answer that all of us Vietnamese know is that you are more likely to see a sea of fairer sex if you head to the market. Well, what if you want to see men? Well, for that, you got to leave the market, head down the street and take a walk or ride your motorbike past the small open-air cafes which, depend on the time of the day, are often overflowing with men. Why is that so? I interview many of men for this video, and several of them have the common reasons. Another reason, they all love the vibe of these kinds of cafes. Everybody is equal, sitting on the same small stools and drinking the same style of drink. Even with the gap between the rich and the poor is getting bigger, it's easy to catch many different men from different backgrounds and livelihoods. The young and old sit beside one another. Motorbike taxi drivers sit beside garbage collectors and construction workers. On the table beside them are businessmen who arrived in cars, and behind them government officials having a midday rest. Among this crowd, depending on the time and the day, you will also find plenty of farmers or fishermen, and of course, the unemployed too. In Vietnam's cafes, on social roles, education levels, and incomes are irrelevant, and it's this aspect that men seem to enjoy. So, what are the men actually doing here? Besides just sipping their coffee, I was told by many of my interviewees that one of the most relaxing things was to patiently wait and watch the drips of the coffee fall into their glass while observing the bustling life on the street pass by outside. Just a simple appreciation for the time to sit down to think about life. For some, it's the only time they really get to meet their friends and catch up on the latest gossip. And yes, Vietnamese men gossip too. Many, but not all the men like to match the strong flavor of the coffee with a few cigarettes, as they talk about old and new business, watch football, read newspaper, and just learn what's going on from listening in on other people's conversation. I also found a particularly interesting fact about a small wooden and plastic spoon that found at most local Vietnamese cafes. And why men using them so much? What do you think? Well, these chairs are at a very convenient height, a level that creates the perfect angle between a pair of eyes and a pair of walking thighs. When an attractive girl walks past a cafe next time, please take your eyes off her and have a look where everyone else is looking too. Lastly, most Vietnamese men just like women, like a bargain. And the coffee at local and basic cafes is super cheap. It's only about 15,000 Vietnam dong or 75 cents USD. Don't let the price fool you. It's some of the world's greatest tasting and enjoyable coffee experiences as long as you like it strong and sweet. Many of you will ask, where do the females go to hang out? As you may or may not know, most Vietnamese women and girls are not really into strong or stimulating substances like coffee or cigarettes, and most don't like to socialize or hang out on the streets either. Generally speaking, they usually prefer the clean and quiet comfort of the modern and air-conditioned smoothie and milk tea stores. To sum it up, please don't assume that from seeing cafes full of Vietnamese guys means they are lazy or wasting time necessarily. The cafe scene is an important place at providing rest, comfort, and reflection for many men and sometimes women doing many types of different jobs and other work or other activities. I hope you learned something from this, and hey, at least you know where to invite Vietnamese male or female to now. Are you still here? It's over. Go home. Go. But not until you click subscribe, like, and write any comments about any topics you want to know. This is brand new channel, and I really need your support. Thanks.